just to let you know that I will be training right now. Um, okay, just to tell you that I will be training. Today is the day of risky strikes. Getting back in 1 minute, okay? Hello guys, I'm here. How are you? Sorry, Ginger, I had to regulate something. Hello, Ginger. Big greetings. I will kick off with the workout. Sorry, because I've been a bit absent. Had to fix something, and I'm currently at my parents, so I had to, Hello, Ginger. Big greetings. Let me warm up, and it's time for a training session. Today I'm gonna do a more risky workout. Paul Craig is ranked higher than Conor McGregor. He deserved it. He deserved it. I mean, Paul Craig now has the championship potential. I said he was gonna beat up Krylov. I told you. You remember that I picked him in the predictions and people were like, are you high? Yes, I am high and I'm proudly high. I'm high and proud because Paul Craig won. Hey, Ginge, thank you so much for this super chat, man. You rock, man. Great person, man. Thank you. Let's rock and roll now. Let me warm up. Today I'm gonna risk more, They say you have to get out of your comfort zone. And that's what I'm doing right now. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. Sorry, there's something important. 30 seconds. All right, guys, there I am. Been to the dentist today, so I had Craig by submission in my bed, but it was already down by then. Yes, Craig by submission was a great pick. So, okay, let me take a look. All right, today risky strikes. I can't fight safe for my whole life, so today I'm gonna feint, and then risk. You see I'm holding hands down. I usually don't do it, but this time I will. This time I'm fighting different. Of course, always keep moving. See, I'm on the tips of my toes. Just stay on the tips of your toes. Because if you're like this, that's a problem. If you want to be quick. But I'm risking a lot, see? With those types of strikes. Yeah, Craig by submission. I had it also. In my chat that I said Craig by submission. See? On the tips of your toes is always easier. If you want to rest, that's something different. Then don't go on the tips of your toes. If you don't want to rest, just take. Yes, Ginge? Who was your performance of the night? Oh man, that's a hard question. Topuria's comeback, I think, but there were so many finishes. That's very hard question. That's very hard question. There were so many finishes. Yeah, there were so. Perfect day to ask for a Charo antivirus. Yes, of course. That's a risky strike. That's a risky strike. There you go. See? Just risk. Yes, of course, Ginge. Of course. I think Topuria's comeback. What do you say? Topuria's comeback. That was the performance of the night. Because Jai had him. Jai had him in round 1. Rocked, if you know what I mean. On the beginning of the fight, he was rocked. What do you say? Who was your performance of the night? I'm holding my hands down, which I usually don't do. This time, kind of forced to do so. Thank you for the super chat, Ginge. Yes. You decide which part I. Yeah, 3:30 p.m. Be on this stream, please. 3:30 p.m. Eastern time, so. Yeah, I hope the streak continues. We'll see. Of course, I can't guarantee. I mean, when you bet, there are always two sides of medals. I'm gonna put $5 probably on Aliascap his rear and Ascara Scaro, but not confident yet. Just need a bit more tape study. But visiting bookie after this stream, so I'm gonna tell you on the next stream. No problem about that. I always tell you that. So you know that I always tell you so. This chasing strike is awesome. Yes. If Luis Saldana had your cardio, he would be a contender. Hey, Luis Saldana is my favorite fighter, but you are right. He gasses out in later rounds. That's a problem with Saldana. I don't know why he gasses out. Probably cutting too much weight. Honestly, don't know, but I'm worried, man. So fucking worried about that one, I got to say. Yes, I'm very, very, very much worried for Saldana. I want Saldana to win, but I have no courage to bet him, man. Only because of his cardio. Man, he's my favorite fighter, same style, but I don't know, man. I'm afraid because of his cardio. I think he's better fighter, but I think he's better than Souza, but I'm worried because of his cardio. That's one of the only thing that worries me. I think Saldana is cutting maybe 10, 12 pounds. I don't know. I don't know what's the problem with his cardio, honestly. That's his only downside. Saldana's only downside is cardio. Overall movement, everything. His movement and everything else is top notch. Let's risk. When you want to rest, you don't have to be on the tips of your toes. When you attack, on the tips of your toes, when you change stance, just be on the tips of your toes. Pay attention to your gas tank. See the similarities, but I can definitely, yeah. Look at this similarity. See? Yeah, very much similar fighting style to me. The movement is around the same. Saldana also dances when he has power, when he has cardio. In round 3, he is like this, unfortunately. I don't know why. I wonder why, I don't know, honestly. If he has better cardio, if he had better cardio, he would have been a contender for sure. He's pissing people up on the outside, if you know what I mean. I like Bobby Green punches though. Yeah, guys, just pay attention to your cardio. If you gas out, you're sitting duck, believe me. Just don't let yourself gas out. If you gas out, you're a sitting duck, believe me. The worst thing that can happen is gassing out. If you're out of gas, even God is not going to save you, believe me. The worst thing that can happen to a martial artist is to waste all of his cardio. So pay attention to that, guys. Just think. You must think while fighting. Thinking saves everything, believe me. Even if you're the most aggressive fighter in the world, sometimes you will have to slow down sometimes. You must, from time to time, keep that pedal off the metal. Not to the metal, off the metal. Do you throw punches with full power? Or do you preserve energy? It depends, really much depends. I throw full power, you know when. For example, when I counter, always maximum power. When I attack, I don't attack maximum power. You know why? Because I'm going to tell you why. Because, for example, if I do it with maximum power, see, I have no time to move. If I do like this, you see, I have time to recover. But when I counter 100%. But when I attack, never 100%, because if I miss, my opponent can knock me out easily. You know, the greatest percentage of knockouts happens when you miss. I mean, you are diehard MMA fans on this chat, and you probably know that better than me. When you miss, you're in a big problem. If you don't miss, okay, he can knock you out, but there is a bigger probability of getting knocked out when you miss. So when I attack, I rarely throw 100%, usually around 80. If I see somebody is totally gassed, then I throw 100%, only then. But in normal fight, no. When I counter, yes. But when I attack, no. Because if I miss, he can counter and I need to have some time to react. So, but when I counter, for example, this is 100%. But this, you see, this is not. This is maybe 80. When I attack, it depends. For jab, you can't throw 100%. For this is maybe 80. But when I counter, for example, see this. I want counter. That's 100. That's 100%, for example. Even if you miss a counter, see? I missed, I'm already here. But when I, for example, start spamming, you see, if he ducks under, he can hit me. So, got to be cautious with that. This strike is not 100%. This is not. This is more a strike, you know. This is push to irritate somebody. These are feinting, throwing. These are all feinting, you see? For example, now you want to counter, you see? Irritate somebody, irritate, retreat. This is 100%. Yes, that makes sense. You don't want to be like Cody Garbrandt. My coach says one thing. If you attack 1/5 of your power stays inside of you if you attack. If you counter, that rule doesn't count. When you attack, 80%, not harder. When you counter, hit to the bone. Or my coach likes to say in my state, when you say G-force is bite to the bone, it means like smash, 100% smash. That's what my coach says when you counter. When you attack, there is always probability of missing, and sometimes you will have to readjust. So if you throw 100% when you attack, that's good if you hit. What if you miss? Think that way. So, yeah, makes sense. Maybe I'm not saying that this is accurate. Maybe I'm making a mistake, but my coach says that way, and it makes sense for me. Even if you're a pressure fighter, he won't let you throw 100%. Even if you're a pressure fighter, he will say, listen, only when you see the fighter or your opponent rocked, then throw 100, because he cannot fire back. Sorry, because I'm a bit, you know. I honestly hate brawling, but in some situations you have to do it. Throw jabs in sparring, yes. Do your kick serves as your range-finding weapon. Depends on the opponent, but I like throwing jabs. I especially like, I'm gonna show you. There is one jab I especially like. My coach calls it Bobby Green jab. I'm gonna tell you why I love it. Maybe you call it differently in the States, but now I'm gonna show you. Now listen with this. I like this jab. This. Not this, not this, this jab. And you know why? After this, you see Celtic, weaving, hook, uppercut, swing, hammer, diving, elbow. You can do everything. My coach calls it Bobby Green jab. You see? Also in the opposite stance. My coach calls this Bobby Green's jab. I don't know how you call it in the States, but that is my favorite jab. I also like this one, but for defense. This one is for defense. Yes, my kicks serve as a weapon, but not always. If it's pressure fighter, it's hard to throw kicks. For example, if someone is a pressure fighter, Bobby Green style works. It's hard to counter him, right? See? Or this. Yes. Hey, Leah. Yes, hands low, easy body shots and takedown reaction. True. How are you, Leah? I'm explaining to Grayson that my coach, he has one type of a jab. He calls it Bobby Green jab. I don't know how you call it officially, but easy over, under, minimum, maybe even both underhooks. I'd say both underhooks from Bobby Green's jab, because you see, when you, for example, okay, let me stand in my dominant. You see, when you miss, you see, you have it. When you miss, you got it. Adesanya uses a similar jab. So how do you call it in the States? I like this. I like this jab if I want to create space. But this is not jab to piss somebody up, if you know what I mean. This is more for distance. This is Bobby Green jab. And this is Bobby Green straight for my coach. And this is Prohashka's uppercut. My coach loves this. You see? Prohashka's uppercut. That's what he likes too. You see? Green, cut angle, bang. My coach likes this combination a lot. Because if somebody moves to the left, my coach says that Prohashka's uppercut is going to find you everywhere if you move to the left and if you swift or change your angle, or if you switch angle. So he is a big fan of that. I'm honestly scared of Prohashka's uppercut because I'm not pressure fighter. Every time I tried it, I was countered. So I guess you need to be born for that. So, right. But my coach believes that cutting angles is the future of MMA and fighting on the tips of your toes, which makes sense for me. It absolutely makes sense for me. So I don't know what you think about that. But yeah, this, have heard it called an up jab or backhand jab. So this is backhand jab or up jab. This. You see? You have everything. You see? You miss. Costa shallow hook is nasty versus southpaws. Yes, but I don't know how to throw it. That's the problem. I don't know how to throw shallow hook. But I hate people who do it. For example, I have one guy who constantly does it and he's constantly hitting me here. I don't know. The only way to defend it is this, or to, to run around the circle, or to do this, or, or to move. It's very hard to counter it, or this, to retreat, but I can't retreat forever, I don't know to perform that shallow hook. I know what you mean, but I don't know to do it. That's a hard strike for me, at least. So, up jab or backhand jab? Okay, I will write it somewhere. I have to write it. Up jab. Okay, I'm writing. Give me a second. Up jab. Hold on. And I use another jab, but I use it to irritate people. I don't use it for power. My coach calls it Bruce Lee's jab. You see this? See? And hook after this. You see? This. But this is more for irritation. You can't knock out people like this. That would be same like knocking people out with a Stockton slap, which is not gonna work, of course. But you see, it opens a lot of angles for your backhand, if you know what I mean. But I prefer this up jab, how you call it, up jab. Because from up jab, you see, I can throw this, and I can even shoot in. Kutelaba uses backhand jabs to smother opponents in round one and clinch up them, beat them up. I'm telling you, my coach's favorite jab is, he calls it Bobby Green's jab, but this is probably backhand jab, however you call it. Yeah, it backfired against Ankalaev because Ankalaev is lefty, and against left-handed guys, it's a suicide. For example, if you're a right-handed guy throwing that against me, I'm gonna high kick you. That's a suicide against me. But if you do it with your opposite hand, then you're gonna make me a big problem. So technically, you are right, Ilya. Yes, Ilya, you are right. Technically looked. I'm just telling, technically, you are pretty much right. Against lefties, never do an up right jab or backhand jab, however you call it. How you call it? Up jab. Sorry, my mistake. I prefer this. This is Bruce Lee's jab. You see? But it opens angles. You know what is problem with Bruce Lee's jab? You see? I can't throw this. No. It only opens left, 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 left. That's a problem. That's a problem in modern MMA because if you throw this, your opponent is ready for your left side of the body. If he knows to think, you see? 1-1. He is ready. My left limb is going to throw a strike. He is ready if he's normal. If he knows to think, he is ready, believe me. So, up jab is, very irritant for the opponents. Very, very irritant, and it gives you the greatest number of options. So, it depends, really. Depends. But as Ilya said, it backfired versus Ankalaev. Yes, it backfired. And it was a massive problem, Ilya. So, you know what I mean, right? It was very much of a massive problem. So if you're a lefty, then that kind of a jab is not a wise decision against right-handed guys. But you can switch stance. For example, orthodox to orthodox, you can throw it all day long. He doesn't have many options to counter. Yes, he does technically, but only if he's top notch. Up jab is a good feint for the takedown. Absolutely. See this. I'm doing this. See? And what do you think? That is your reaction, right? When I do this. See? I'm already here. I grabbed your leg. Dagestani, dragging, you're down. So it is awesome feint. Awesome feint for a takedown. But I like to feint this, you see. My favorite thing to do after this is, you see? See? When I go this, I'm like, okay, I'm dancing. I like this. Or, one more thing. If he goes down, if somebody goes down, see? But my uppercut is shitty, so I prefer this. It's better. But I prefer this because my uppercut is shitty. I'm not good with uppercuts, see? My uppercuts are slow. Very slow. Compared to my other strikes. My only good uppercut is this. Oh, that is one and only good uppercut I have. Yes, sir. How split timing in jab, like Amaru did against Burns. Yes, absolutely. And throw a question mark kick followed by a hook on the same side. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yes. Why not? Of course. It's easy. Burns just guessed. People take punches in MMA. And Burns can't do that, said, yes, you are right, Ilya Filipovich. You are right, Ilya Filipovich. I can do it very well. Easy. That's not a problem. Question mark. Easy. Yes, Ilya. Yes, I can do it. Easy. Yes, Ilya? One of the most brutal things that Pereira has its calmness. Yeah, when you're too calm, it irritates people. It irritates people when you're too calm. There you go, question mark, but it's risky. It's easy, but it's risky. He is so calm. He can see everything coming. He just doesn't have the best reaction to takedowns. Well, it's debatable, but probably yes, but it's debatable because when you come from capoeira, no, what is the problem? See, with capoeira, you see, you have this, so it's kind of hard to sprawl from this. So it's debatable, but it's probably okay. You are probably right, but I'm just saying it's debatable because he reacts okay, but he lates a bit. So, I mean, technically you are right, but there are some arguments that I could try to use against. For example, his hips are too high when he sprawls, if you know what I mean. His hips are like normal. Hips are normally like this from the bottom when you sprawl or on the bottom. Pereira's hips are like this, if you know what I mean. His hips are too high when he sprawls. Parva using Petr Jan Volkanovski. Does this seem risky to you? Everything is risky in MMA, but I would play the same. I would also play Volkanovski, and I would also play Petr Jan to win, especially because he is hungry after the win. One problem, Petr Jan's corner is not going to come because they can't get the visa. So please consider that. So I don't know how is he going to react without his corner. That could be a problem. So that's one and only thing that scares the shit out of me. But I would pick Jan. I would pick Volkanovski. If you ask who am I gonna pick, same pick. No, brother, it's safe. Okay, I would play the same. I'm just saying I'm dead ass about Jan not having his people in his corner. Iman is crying. Allen versus Hooker was the worst stoppage of all time. It was not the worst stoppage. It was okay stoppage. He was getting pissed off. I mean, okay, if you think it's safe, then it's safe. But I'm just saying I'm going to tell you one thing. When you fight without your corner, it's mentally hard. You know, some people do specific stuff. I don't know whether Petr Jan has specific rituals before the fight. If you watched those UFC episodes, you know, Embedded. If you watch Embedded, hold on. Prince is worth the bet. Yeah. If you want to bet small amount of money. If you want to bet a small amount of money, absolutely, yes. I'm worried because his Jan's corner didn't get a visa. I don't think he will win, but minus. Yes, not a good odd at all. If I must pick a side, I would lean Hamzat, but if you want to risk, why not? Jan was more active. Just had neck surgery, couldn't train, so that should make up for Jan's corner. Just so hard to bet against Hamzat. I will have to pass on that fight. Count me in too. I'm not gonna bet that fight also, no way. Aljo had the neck surgery. Yes, Ilya, everything is on point, but would you be able to fight without your corner? Ask yourself that question. Would I be able to fight without my corner? I wouldn't. But that's me. I wouldn't. Would you be able to fight without your corner? Ask yourself that question. If the answer is yes, then Jan wins. But I'm only scared of that. I think Jan is a better fighter, so if you don't have, I think Jan could, okay? Then Jan wins. Ask yourself that question. If your answer is yes, then Jan wins. Very easy. Last time he was disqualified, so. I'm sure I wouldn't, but Jan could, okay? I couldn't. I'm not hiding. I'm not saying shit. I just say. I couldn't. I'm just that serious. I'm dead ass. I couldn't. I couldn't fight without my corner. Because I got used to some people, Ilya. I don't think it will be as easy, okay? Okay. Whatever you say. But I'm telling you, when you fight without your coach, it's hard. When you fight without your cutman, it's hard. Yes, Ilya? Aljo win 3 out of 10 times. Hello, Cowboy. Alaska Krizriev returns. Yes, not against Abisupian. He has a different opponent. Jan is from Siberia. I'm sure he has fought in some crazy circumstances. Okay. Then listen to Ilya, guys. Ilya says yes, then listen to Ilya. I would pick Jan and Volky. I want to see the first round. It will tell everything. Can you bet live on that fight? Is it allowed? Let's attack. Yes, think you can bet live on any fight if you find the sites. Jan is going to win a decision. I think Aljo is tough to finish. I also see Jan decision. Last time I've seen Jan decision, but everybody knows what happened, so. Right. Everybody knows what happened last time. You know that very well. Jan going to win a decision. I think I'm going to do it. I think Jan decision is a good bet. I think it's going to be a good prop. I think it's going to be plus odd. Hi, Ilya. Aljo took too much damage. Jan to win is minus 250 here. It's a shitty odd on Jan to win. Here is very shitty odd on Jan to win. It's brutally bad odd, man. Minus 425. It used to be minus 250. What the heck, man? I'm passing that fight. I'll skip that fight. Jan TK round 3. It will be a lot closer fight, believe me. I'm skipping that fight. Minus 450 in the USA. Here is minus 250. Hamzat Burns and Jan Sterling too are the most exciting. For me too. Aljo was up on scorecard. He was 2-1, but Jan was winning for 2-2, and that would be 3-2 for Jan. I know Aljo was up on scorecards. I'm skipping that fight, guys. Sorry, guys, I'm going to skip that fight. Odd is very, very terrible. So I'm worried. Jan doesn't have his corner. I don't know, man. I'm so fucking worried. When you don't have your corner, it's hard, man. Okay, I mean, if you want to risk, go for it, but I'm going to skip that one. I'm not betting money on Jan. No way. First of all, shitty odd. That's number one. Number two, fighting without your favorite people in the corner. Well, I know, man. It's too... I know, I'm scared. Blades wins. Yes, Blades to win, yes. I'm not going to put money on him, but I think he wins. Yes, Blades to win. Yes, Leo. I think Blades wins too. If you're available, Leo, 3:30 Eastern time, I'm gonna go live with predictions. You see from up jab, see? Or a feint, or additional feint. I am, okay. Then you can hop into the chat. It's like, I'm gonna... Okay, Leah, that's Serbian time, so easier for you. Barboza switch kick, yes, absolutely. Ozbiljno? Drago mi je. Sad sam na prste, viš foru? Na prste samo. A nisam napadač, nažalost. Aleš Kap his rear round 1 finish. I'm betting on Aleš Kap. Okay, Laganica. Učim još uvek. 22-30, ok, Ilija. Uči se. Mnogo teško. Učim još uvek, moram mnogo da učim. Mnogo je teško. Verujem, mislio sam nešto znam kad sam otišao tamo, skontam da nemam dve blage. Koliko se vreme promenilo od našeg. Welter, I guess. I think I can cut to welter, Ilya. Not under welter. My body doesn't tolerate weight cuts too well because of my sickness, so... Okay. I have to go now. 3:30 p.m. Ma da, pošteno, ozbiljno ti kažem. Vremena su se promenila, znači udarci koji su u naše vreme postali, sad ti postoji 20. Evo ti konkretno, u naše vreme ti si imao ovo, znaš, a vidi sad. Ja ovo nikad nisam vidio ranije. Ti onda zadnjom rukom puniš pa da pucaš prednjom, mislim, to u naše vreme radio Takanori Gomi, mislili da je bolestan. Yeah, guys, catch you later. So, have a great day, and 8:30 Serbian, 7:30 UK time, 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, everyone join. I'm gonna go with the breakdown. Have a great day. I need to bet. Yeah, bye. Have a great day, everyone.